Well, we got big news with Pixiv today. So it actually all started back in August 29th. Pixiv released a statement talking about a declaration of elimination of harassment and diversity and inclusion declaration policies. Basically, the sort of fluff that a company says when they try to make you think they care about an issue and they virtue signal about that issue or those issues, but in reality, all they care about is the bottom line. And so today they released a statement talking about these payment processors that are apparently forcing them to revise certain terms of service on content art that's being sold on the website. For example, certain lolly content, non-consensual content. Some of it doesn't even make sense. Like they said non-consensual mutilation, implying that consensual mutilation art would be fine. Like who the heck decides these standards? I don't even know. Like who's making these rules? Anyways, if we break it down, I suppose you could argue that it's not Pixiv's fault, it's the payment processor's fault. Pixiv doesn't want to do this. The payment processors are forcing them to do it. However, given Pixiv English and everything that's been going on with Pixiv English, I do find that a bit hard to believe. I think they don't really care that much and they just want to do what's going to bring them the most money. So I'm not going to defend Pixiv on this one. To be quite frank, I'm not going to get upset at this. I'm indifferent to it. If Pixiv supports what these payment processors are doing to them, which I presume they are based off the things that Pixiv English has been doing, then if they destroy their company, it is what it is. I don't like corporations anyways. You know, I'm not going to cry about a corporation being destroyed. I got the same take about what's going on with Twitter right now, actually. I see all these people, not all these people, you know, there's a number of people that are like upset that Twitter might be gone. I also see people crying about pharmaceutical companies that crashed because of parody accounts. Ironically, a lot of the people complaining about that stuff had previously, tweeted about being like anti-capitalist and wanting to destroy the system and all that. And then when you actually have corporations falling apart, now they suddenly change their tune. It doesn't really make sense to me. It seems like a lot of fake people. I'll make a caveat though. I do feel bad for the innocent artists and other innocent users caught up on Twitter, caught up on Pixiv that are now facing negative repercussions because of things like this in the direction of companies like that. I do feel bad for the innocent people, absolutely. However, in terms of the corporations themselves, pharmaceutical companies, Twitter, Pixiv, it is what it is, man. If they want to make decisions that destroy their company, I'm not going to cry for them. As a matter of fact, I'll probably talk about Magic the Gathering and Hasbro tomorrow because, man, there is some interesting news with all that's been going on there. So stay tuned if that interests you. And if it doesn't, you might want to tune in anyways because you might be surprised with how interesting that segment will be if I do get to it tomorrow. I'll try my best to do that tomorrow. One more thing before we wrap this up. It's interesting how Pixiv virtue signals when the English department literally put out a transphobic tweet and they never apologized for it, never issued a statement about it, nothing. They virtue signal and are also transphobic. It's kind of funny, right? Like that's a corporation for you. So what happened is there was a Japanese Pixiv post talking about Bridget. Nothing about Bridget being trans, just talking about Bridget. Pixiv English reposts the Japanese article and makes the claim that the Japanese people are celebrating Bridget being trans. It was an overt lie. They also linked to quote-unquote evidence of this being the case by linking to Pixiv and showing artwork of Bridget. Except none of that art was talking about Bridget being trans. It was the complete opposite. The art was calling Bridget an otakonoko, a femboy, saying it's just a boy, it's a boy, and also like trap and stuff like that. The sort of thing you probably wouldn't want to put on a pro-trans person tweet, but that's Pixiv English for you. That's exactly what they did. Basically thinking, yeah, we can lie about the context and we can even give you the evidence right here, but y'all are so stupid that you're not going to notice. Well, people did notice, and yeah, there we go. So, interesting stuff. Like I said, these companies, I don't think they care about any of this stuff. It's all a bunch of fluff, and if they destroy themselves, well, at least I'll watch from the sidelines. And that's my take. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you in the comments, as well as in the next segment tomorrow. Peace.